Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks so much for joining me here in this live stream coming from Wizard's Rest. I really do appreciate you guys being here. Thanks so much for joining me. It's officially a Friday evening here in the UK, and what a better way to chill out than to be talking. What a better way to be talking. Something going on in the background. Don't worry about me. So anyway, what was I saying? What better way to spend a Friday evening than to be here together talking about Harry Potter and all the awesome fandom and all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to move my camera down ever so slightly. So, yeah, I mean, how are you guys doing? It feels like it's been a while since we've done a live. The last live that we did, it was okay. I wasn't really feeling like myself, so I do apologize if anyone was watching. I was a little bit low energy. But it's great to have you guys back. I'm feeling a lot more energized now, so all is good in the world, I think. And I'm just going to... No, that's okay. So yeah, it's great to have you guys here. Like I say, thank you so much for joining me. We do have three main topics, which we're going to be diving into like we usually do. We're going to be talking about a brand new Starbucks event where there's brand new Harry Potter merchandise, a collaboration with Starbucks and Warner Brothers, bringing, again, new merchandise, Harry Potter cups, Harry Potter teddy bears, and new drinks and stuff like that. So that's kind of exciting. Then we're going to be talking about the craziest Harry Potter auction, £230,000 worth of Harry Potter on-screen props were sold at a recent auction, and some of the items fetched ridiculous amounts of money. So I think that's going to be really exciting to dive into as well. And yeah, and also we're going to be talking about J.K. Rowling. So, I mean, okay, so it's a bit awkward because I always say I don't really want to get into politics that much on the channel. And there is a video we're going to be kind of discussing about J.K. Rowling and the upcoming Hasbro toy deal. Hasbro now has the exclusive toy deal to make the exclusive Harry Potter merchandise going forward. And one of the owners of Hasbro has come out and talked about, is J.K. Rowling and her kind of rhetoric, you know, her politics and stuff, is it kind of destroying the franchise? And they've kind of talked about it. So we're going to dive into that a little bit. I tried not to make it too political, but again, it's a conversation that I think we do need to have from time to time. J.K. Rowling is the owner. I feel like, you know, if there's a bit of news that could potentially affect the way that we view Harry Potter, the series, any toys and merchandise, I think every now and again, it's okay to have a bit of a discussion about J.K. Rowling. Obviously, your thoughts are your own. I'm not going to add my political views. I'm going to keep that out of it. But I do think it's important to discuss these things every now and again. And it's great to have some of the regulars here. We've got Core, we've got Kimmy, we've got Rumble, we got Berry and Flamingo. Have you changed your name? It was Flamingo Productions. Now it's Berry and Flamingo. Yeah, Kimmy's saying the same thing. Flamingo's changed his name. That doesn't feel right. When I was reading it, I was like, hang on a minute. The name's not the same. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, if you want to change your name, I mean, that's fair enough. So guys, like we usually do, we're going to just kind of chat and mingle amongst ourselves for a few minutes like we usually do. Then we'll get into our first topic here, talking about the Starbucks event that's going to be going on. I'm excited for that. I don't even know where the nearest Starbucks from my house is. I'm not a big coffee drinker. I don't spend a lot of time in coffee houses. I mean, the one thing that kind of turns me off to coffee houses, I mean, they're really, you know, they're really kind of cozy, and every now and again, I like to go there with my mum or something and treat her to a nice coffee. She's a big coffee drinker. But the thing is, in a lot of these coffee houses, the coffee is so expensive. I mean, to get like a medium or a small coffee, it can be like nearly £5, and it's really, really expensive. When I've got a kettle downstairs with like 10 different coffee flavored drinks that I can just go downstairs and make a coffee, you know what I mean? Like, rather than go to a coffee shop and spend like £5 on a small coffee that's like this big. So, I mean, that's the only thing that kind of turns me off to it. And a lot of the coffee shops around here are card only. They don't accept cash anymore as well, which kind of turns me off a little bit. But that's just my kind of feeling. Like, I like to pay with cash in a lot of places. So that's kind of me as well. We have K-A-Y Bestrange, Kai Bestrange. Nice to see you here as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, coffee can be expensive, especially if you spend a lot of time in these kind of like Starbuckses. And I mean, what's the other one? Cafe Nero. I used to work there. That's pretty expensive as well. Pronounce Key. Okay, no problem. Key Bestrange, no problem. Thank you for letting me know how to pronounce your name. I never know how to pronounce names, so you know I do apologize, and thank you for clearing me up on how to pronounce your name. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, coffee can be pretty expensive. When I used to work in a coffee shop, and people used to try all kinds of things to get free syrups with their coffees and stuff, and they tried to get free upgrades to larges, and like people had all these kind of crazy techniques to get bigger coffees and free coffees and stuff. Someone would come in, right? They'd be like, yeah, can I have a regular latte? Fine. You'd start making the latte. Obviously, they'd pay for it before you start making it. Then when you finish making it, you hand the latte to them, right? You hand the latte to them. And then they would say, oh, I'm really sorry. I forgot to say I wanted caramel syrup with it. And they know damn well that you're going to be like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll just put the caramel in. Whereas if they had asked beforehand, we would have had to charge them for the caramel syrup. But if they ask for the syrup after you've started making the drink, they know that you'll give it to them for free. We need story times of your past. Oh my God, you don't need story times of my past jobs. I've been backpacking around the world. I probably had about 60 jobs in a space of about 3 years. And some of them were absolutely insanely bad. Insanely bad, like real bad. But that's a whole story for another day, you know? Like, I could do a members only video talking about my past jobs and ranting about the most craziest things. But like, you know, maybe that'll be a members video. If some of you guys want to see that, that's maybe something we could get into. But yeah, you know. Oh man, like I'm reminiscing with the memories now. So anyway, guys, as you can see, which way is it? This way? You need to retire. Oh, I need to retire. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot more years before I retire. But anyway, as you guys can see on our event board here as well, look how many new subscribers we have in the past couple of weeks or so. We have so many new subscribers here. This is fantastic. And for those of you who didn't see, I'll just kind of go into this news again. So we had a gigantic leak of the Diagon Alley. Remember that footage that came out? You know, when was it? A few days ago now? Like 3 or 4 days ago? And it was from the Sun newspaper. They showed us that leaked footage of someone walking down Diagon Alley and showing Gringotts Bank. I tried to cover that news here on the channel. For those of you who may not have seen, I unfortunately got a copyright strike on my channel. It kind of sucks, and now it's there for the next 3 months. So I've got to be careful with my content, unfortunately, but it's my own fault, I guess, for covering copyright content. I thought if I covered the footage in terms of images instead of using the footage, I could avoid copyright. But unfortunately, that didn't work. And Warner Brothers came after me. They had a sniper rifle. They aimed the sniper rifle directly at my video, and they shot it, and bang, my video disappeared, and I ended up with a copyright strike. So, you know, Warner Brothers is full of ninjas that just kind of scour the internet looking for videos to kind of take down and copyright. So if you are a content creator and you want to post up about Harry Potter stuff, just be careful, because again, Warner Brothers is full of like keyboard ninjas, and they'll take you down the first chance that they get. So do be careful with that. Anyway, guys, so I think there's no time like the present. So let's start getting into our first video segment here. And let's start talking about this Starbucks Harry Potter event that I think you guys will enjoy and that has exclusive merchandise. So let's jump in and let's start breaking down the details here. Harry Potter, smash them together, and this is the exact story you end up with. Starbucks brews magic with Harry Potter partnership. So it looks like a big kind of collaboration between Warner Brothers and Starbucks is coming together, and it looks like they're going to be releasing some kind of really fun, different Starbucks types of merchandising here. And from what we can see from this picture here, it looks like they've got cute teddy bears in the different house colors. It looks like they've got these kind of coffee tankards with the house crest and logos on them. And then in the background, it looks like there's these other kind of coffee cups and thermoses that you can get your hands on as well, which is pretty exciting. So I may have to take a trip in the near future to the local Starbucks. And now that I think about it, I'm not even sure where my most local Starbucks is. I'm not really a big coffee drinker. I don't really drink coffee at all, if I'm honest. So I'll have to figure out where it is. But still, I think some of the merchandising here looks pretty sweet. So let's get into the details here. So Starbucks is turning everyday coffee runs into wizarding adventures with its latest partnership with Warner Brothers Discovery Global Consumer Products. The partnership launches across 12 Asia Pacific markets from the 23rd of March. Okay,
So maybe it's only taking place in Asia, which would be very, very disappointing because, you know, I would love to get my hands on some of this merchandising. Combining themed beverages, merchandise, and in-store experiences to drive fan engagement and connection. The collaboration leverages the cultural power of Harry Potter franchise to strengthen Starbucks' experiential marketing. At the heart of the campaign are 3 Honeydukes bursting bonbon beverages, crafted with vanilla notes and honey bergamot flavored bubble bursts that pop with citrusy brightness. That sounds amazing. Just hearing that description right there, I'm just like, give me that all day long. That sounds so, so tasty. And if we look at this picture here, I mean, oh man, look at that. How tasty does that look? Just looking at that. I mean, you've got the cream, you've got the, what was it? I've completely forgot what it was. Vanilla notes, honey bergamot, and it said something else as well. Bursting bonbons. So yeah, I mean, it looks so tasty. That really, really does. I kind of just want to like just grab one and just, you know, when you want to grab like a hot chocolate with cream and you just want to kind of shove it in your face and you end up with, you know, when you go to drink it and you end up with like cream all over your face. It's always fun to do that. But yeah, this looks really tasty. And Honeydukes, Starbucks, and Harry Potter there, which is really fun. So beyond beverages, the campaign extends to over 20 lifestyle and drinkware items, including color-changing Hogwarts house mugs, cauldron and wand accented tumblers, and barista keychains and sorting hat sticky notes. So there's some pretty damn cool stuff there really is. I love the Hogwarts house changing mugs, that sounds really fun. Cauldron and wand accented tumblers, barista keychains, and sorting hat sticky notes. So, you know, your next trip to Starbucks, if you're in Asia, is going to be pretty magical. Yes, pun intended. Okay. So, bringing Harry Potter into Starbucks coffee houses across the Asia Pacific reflects a shared belief in imagination and human connection. Harry Potter has long inspired us to celebrate friendship, courage, and community. The same spirit we see every day in our coffee houses as moments of joy and connection come to life, says Nancy Lowe, VP of Product and Marketing, Starbucks Asia Pacific. So what this sounds like to me on the surface, it sounds like maybe their sales are taking a bit of a hit in the kind of the Asian region around the world. Maybe they're just not doing as well when it comes to sales, when it comes to things like that in the Asian market, when it comes to Starbucks, and they're looking for a way to kind of drive those sales back up. And one of the ways that they're trying to do that is to, you know, have this collaboration with Harry Potter merchandise with Warner Brothers. And that looks like that maybe they're going to try, you know, engagement with the fan base of Harry Potter to try and bring more people into their Starbucks coffee kind of coffee places, and they're going to drive up sales by doing that. And I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if they can do that, that's fantastic. But it's very strange why it's only in Asia, in Asian markets. Why are they not doing it in North America? Why are they not doing it in Europe? I think the reason is because maybe, again, in Asia, maybe the sales are lacking and they're trying to drive up sales once again. Yeah. That's the only reason I can think of why it's only kind of in Asia at the moment. Maybe they will bring it to North America and Europe. We'll have to wait and see. I hope they do. But anyway, regardless, the merchandise that comes in the Asian market here with this deal, people in Asia are going to put these kind of toys and these tank cards and, you know, this kind of Harry Potter Starbucks merchandise. It will find its way online and you'll be able to purchase it on eBay or Amazon in no time at all. People will sell this stuff to make money on it. That's just the kind of thing that people do. So the campaign also underscores Starbucks' strategy of merging premium coffee with popular IP to enhance brand relevance among younger experience-driven consumers. That's basically what I was just saying, but they said it in a better way. So they're trying to bring together popular IPs with Starbucks to enhance brand relevance among younger experience-driven consumers. So they're trying to get better sales from their younger consumers by doing these big IP collaborations. I think they've done one with Stranger Things in the recent past, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, it makes Starbucks more relevant and it gets younger people, younger customers in the doors into Starbucks. And that's kind of what they're doing. And it makes sense. It's a good strategy. So with a staggered beverage rollout across markets paired with limited time collectible merchandise, the partnership positions Starbucks not just as a coffee destination, but a hub for community and culture-driven engagement. And again, we have a better picture here. So you can see these sticky notes in the background. It said sticky notes. So you've got the house sticky notes. You've got these beautiful kind of coffee mugs or tankards. They look, instead of them looking like coffee cups, to me, they look more like tankards that you would drink like the butter beer, or you would drink just a regular beer. They don't really look like coffee cups to me, if I'm honest. But everyone to their own. I mean, you can drink coffee out of it, of course. But still, they are pretty damn cool, and I would love to have this full collection, you know, sitting in my kitchen. It's so colourful, it's bright, it looks amazing, and you get these cute little kind of teddy bears as well, which is really, really sweet. But I'm interested as to how much that these cups are going to cost, because I bet they're going to be a premium price. So, Marketing Interactive has reached out for more. This isn't Starbucks' first time bringing beloved IPs in the APAC. In November of 2024, the coffee house partnered with Universal Pictures to celebrate the cinematic debut of Wicked, translating the world of Oz into limited edition beverages, collectible drinkware, and immersive in-store experiences across Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, Australia, and Vietnam. The campaign highlighted Glinda and Elphaba with themed beverages and merchandise designed to spark connection, conversation, and shared moments among the fans. So furthermore, the collaboration exemplified Starbucks' approach to blending storytelling in its coffee house experiences. Through social campaigns, digital teasers, and in-store activations, the brand brought a magic of Wicked to everyday routines, deepening emotional connections with consumers, reinforcing Starbucks' position as a hub for community and culture-driven engagement. So, be part of the Content 360 Singapore, 22nd to the 23rd of April 2026, where creativity and culture collide. Explore how AI-driven storytelling is shaping the future of content. Okay, I'm not really sure what that's all about, if I'm honest. But there we are, guys. So, I mean, unfortunate that it's only taking place in Asia at the moment. It doesn't say that it's anywhere in any other market, so I'll have to do a bit more research on that and then come back to you if I can find anything. But at the moment, it's just in Asia. But again, like I said, as soon as this stuff goes on sale, people are going to scalp this kind of stuff, and it's going to be online in a matter of minutes. People will grab these tankards, these bears, the sticky notes, and I guarantee you, within the first day, at least, first day or week, you're going to see this stuff being sold on eBay, on Amazon. It's going to be all over the place. So don't threat if you're not, from the, don't threat if you're, living in America or Europe. This kind of stuff will be online, and I'm pretty damn sure you'll be able to find this stuff, and you'll be able to order it for yourself if you do want to get your hands on it. But there we go, guys. So I just thought that was a fun little story there for us to dive into, looking at the collaboration between Warner Brothers, Harry Potter, and Starbucks, bringing us these really kind of cool, sweet little teddy bears, these kind of coffee tankards, and other little bits and pieces of merchandise. So jump into the comment section or the live chat. Let me know what you think about this. Would you want to get your hands on this? And are you hoping that they bring this?
So there we go, guys. Unfortunately, like it says, it's only in Asia from what I know at the moment. But I'm sure if it does well financially, they would bring it out into Europe, into North, South America, and then Australasia. I mean, it makes sense. Why would you only restrict yourself to one part of the world? Again, like I said in that video, the only reason I can think that they're doing it in Asia is because for some reason, maybe their sales have fallen through when it comes to Starbucks. And they're looking, what IPs can we cross over with that is currently popular? And obviously with the Harry Potter series on the horizon, I mean, the hype, the excitement is just going up and up and up every day that we get closer to the first episode debuting. So, I mean, banking on the Harry Potter IP to come into Starbucks and elevate their sales, I mean, it's a good marketing strategy, because again, that hype is only getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and the more people talk about it, the more excited people get, the more people are going to go into Starbucks to get the merchandise, to buy a coffee. So I mean, I absolutely tip my hat to the marketing people over at Starbucks. They seem to know what they're doing, and if I was in the same position, not just because I'm a Harry Potter fan, but if I was a marketing director over at Starbucks, I would be looking at the exact same thing, because it makes a lot of sense. So fair play to them. And obviously Warner Brothers is very, very strict with, who they give the license to Harry Potter to. So they obviously feel that this is going to be a quality content as well. So quality kind of merchandise. So that kind of bodes well as well, which is great. Yeah, so there we kind of go. So I'm kind of excited about that. And again, Kimmy made a good point earlier on where she said the problem is people will put it online, but they'll kind of exploit it, they'll upsell it, scalp it, whichever term you want to use. And this merchandise is going to end up online for probably like 5 or 6 times the amount that it actually cost. Like, for example, to get one of those kind of tankards that we looked at, with the house crest on it, who knows how much that would cost in terms of like dollars. Maybe in Asia, because some parts of Asia are like dirt cheap. But people are going to upsell it and make a lot of money because people over here in the West will pay more money for it. So if you was living in Vietnam and you were thinking to yourself, how can I make some money? I'm going to go to my local Starbucks. I'm going to buy a whole load of this merchandise, stick it online on eBay, sell it to a bunch of Europeans or Americans at, 10 times the price. And whoever that person is in Vietnam, the Philippines, wherever they are, they're going to be making, they're going to be making a lot of money for themselves. So I say fair play to them. If I was in the same position, I might be doing the same thing. Even though it's not the popular thing to say, at the end of the day, it's all about putting food on the table, providing for your family in any way that you can. As long as it's legal. And reselling this merchandise, I assume that that's a legal thing to do. I honestly don't know. I don't know the laws around reselling stuff, but it is what it is. It reminds me recently, right? Guys, that Scream film came out recently, right? That Scream film came out recently. That Scream film came out recently. So my local cinema, they had a bunch of the Scream popcorn buckets, like the ghost face, and loads of people, right, within the first 2 hours they went on sale, they sold out because everyone was buying them and then putting them on eBay and upselling them. So me, a paying member of Odeon Cinemas, I've been a member now, I pay a monthly fee to be a member of their cinema. I can't even get their merchandise because people are buying it, in bulk and then upselling it onto eBay. And it's just crazy. So, these companies do need to do something about this, but that's a larger conversation for another day, I guess, about, taking merchandise away from other consumers and then kind of upselling it. A lot of people do it. I'm just going to take a look at something. Bear with me 1 second. If I go onto eBay here, let me just go on eBay. Kimmy says, their chat isn't showing up on my phone. I can't see what they're messaging. Their chat isn't coming up on my phone. Whose chat are you talking about, Kimmy? I'm not exactly sure. Their chat isn't coming up. Are you talking about you can't see other people's messages? Is that what you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. Ghostface, Odeon, popcorn bucket. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely insane. Flamingo said there is someone new and I can't see their message. Aching Desires. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Anyway, I was just talking about that Scream movie with the Ghostface popcorn bucket at Odeon, right? People like buying them up and reselling them. There's people selling them. Right, so these popcorn buckets, if you buy them at Odeon, they cost around about £25-30, and you get a bucket full of, you get a load of popcorn inside as well, right? So, people are reselling these ghost-faced popcorn buckets on eBay for £76. £76 for a ghost-faced popcorn bucket that should cost you £25. And this one's got 25 watches on it, and it's already sold too. So these people, man, they're making an absolute killing. These people are making a killing, but it sucks because people like me who are paying Odeon members, I'm a member of Odeon, I want to, when I go and watch the Scream film, I want to be able to buy a popcorn bucket. I've got a bunch of popcorn buckets down here. Bear with me 1 second. So, I did manage to get my hands on the Superman. I've got the popcorn bucket here. And then I've got the drinks, the Superman limited edition drink thing here. But yeah, I mean, people buy these kind of things out and then just £76 for a popcorn bucket that should be about 20. It's just crazy. But again, £76, they've already sold 2 and they've got 25 watches on this as well. So they're going to sell this next one. Like, man, I need to get into this game. I'm going to be making some serious money. I'm going to sit here with a whole bunch of popcorn buckets. I'm going to go buy a whole load of popcorn buckets and I'm just going to sit here, man, and I'm just going to sell them and I'm going to be rich, man. I'm going to be rich. Then I'm going to buy all the Harry Potter merch. I'm going to buy wands and I'm going to be like, I'm just going to buy everything. Like, I'm going to be rich. But anyway, that's just me being silly. Okay, I brought a sprayed edge book in the works for £5 and looked on Vinted and they were trying to sell it for 30. Yeah, that's what people do. They upsell stuff online. But more often than not, you can get away with upselling stuff. If you go to a charity shop and you buy a load of cheap stuff from a charity shop, whack an extra $5 or a $10 on it, stick it on the internet and sell it on eBay. Fair play. I mean, if you can make money from doing that and it's legal, you know, if people want to fork over their hard-earned cash to buy things from you, all the more power to them. You know, like if people can make money from it, again, as long as you're not scamming people or as long as you're not doing anything illegal, upselling, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, really. But anyway, guys, with all that said, let's go on to our next video topic here. We're going to be talking about this insane Harry Potter auction that was worth £230,000. They sold an on-screen used Golden Snitch, an on-screen used Philosopher's Stone, and a bunch of wands that Dumbledore used, that Snape used, a lot of these. And we're going to go through how much of these items, sold for. Guys, how much would you pay, right now, before we get into this video segment, right? I'm not going to tell you, but if you had to guess, how much do you think an on-screen Philosopher's Stone used in the Harry Potter films, how much do you think it sold for at auction? If you've seen the video, don't guess if you've already seen the video. Don't ruin it, guys, if you have seen that video already. And the Golden Snitch. How much do you think the Philosopher's Stone sold for, the on-screen used version of it, and the Golden Snitch? Have a guess, and we'll play the video. And we'll get into it and see if you were near to the estimate of how much it sold for. Because it's quite a lot of money. Flamingo saying, just a question, can you see people if they're using a mobile keyboard to chat? Because my friend is typing and no one is seeing her. Bear with me 1 second. I did see Desire someone just a minute ago in the chat. Their messages seem. No, that was Key Bestrange. Yeah, I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. I don't see your friend typing at the moment. Kimmy makes a good point again, though. She says, might be legal, but it's morally wrong. I mean, that's the thing, though, isn't it? I mean, if people are clever and they buy stuff and upsell it, again, there's not much we can do to stop it. And if people want to fork over their hard-earned money, if someone wants to pay, right? If someone wants to go onto eBay and spend £75 on buying a popcorn bucket, they're obviously not hard up for money. They obviously don't have a lack of financial resources. So can you really feel that bad for them? I honestly don't know. Yeah, so that's kind of where we are. But anyway, guys, let's jump into this auction segment and let's talk about these on-screen props that have been sold at this auction. And you guys can check out how much they sold for because it's pretty eye-watering amounts. So here we go. For joining me here. So we have a rather fun story here. This is about Harry Potter props being sold for ridiculous amounts of money. I love these kind of stories because it always blows my mind how much these types of items sell for. So we're going to dive in. We're going to take a look at this Golden Snitch being sold, but also there's a listing of a load of other Harry Potter type items and props as well that's sold. So we'll dive into that and we'll check out how much these items have been sold for. So this comes to us from oxfordmail.co.uk. Golden Snitch from Harry Potter caught for almost £8,000. Would you spend £8,000 on a Golden Snitch? I'm not sure that I would. But if I was very rich and wealthy, possibly. I mean, how cool would it be to have like a real Golden Snitch just kind of sat on your desk? That would be pretty damn cool. But as of it stands right now, £8,000, a little bit out of my price range. So let's keep going into this article here. So the Golden Snitch from the Harry Potter film series was caught for almost £8,000 in an auction that also included the Philosopher's Stone and several wands. So the original props from the films, which were partially filmed at Oxford University, were sold for a combined £67,000 at auction. Wow, that is insane. The Philosopher's Stone from 2001 film that was the first in the series sold for more than double its estimate at £14,300. Let me just read that again. The Philosopher's Stone, the actual stone from the 2001 film, I'm assuming it was used on screen,
The first in the series, it sold for more than double its estimates. They estimated it around 7,000, and it sold for 14,000. Man, that's a good day at the auction. If you sell anything for more than double its estimated price, you're absolutely winning at life. That's just fantastic. £14,000 for the Philosopher's Stone. That's just, yeah. I'm lost for words. Like, I don't even know what to say. So the Golden Snitch, also used in the first film, sold for 7,800, while wands belonging to Dumbledore and Voldemort sold for nearly 5,500. The props were part of the collection sold by someone who used to work in the industry, which fetched a total of £238,000. Holy crap. That guy just made some serious bank. That guy is rolling in the green. You know, he's waxing the car, whichever kind of terminology you want to use when you make a lot of money. The guy almost made £250,000 from the props that he sold. That is just insane. So Andrew Eubank, from partner at Eubanks auctioneer, called it one of their most successful sales ever. Absolutely, because obviously when you sell something for an auction house, the auction house take like 20 to 30%. So if he sold all of his items for around about 238,000, if the auction house, took 30% of that, they're making a lot of money. What's that? That's like 60,000. That's like £60,000 that the auction house made. If they took like a 30% cut, if my math is correct. So, he added, quote, "What really attracted Harry Potter fans here was that the wands and other props were not later copies, but original pieces made for use on set during filming." Yeah, could you imagine sitting with your kids or your family, watching the Philosopher's Stone, like holding the Golden Snitch and being like, guys, you see this scene on screen? This is the actual snitch that was used in that scene right there. This is the same snitch. Like, how much of a conversation piece would that be? That would be so cool. So, the collection spanning 50 years included the original production-made Golden Snitch, which sold for 7,800, and a 7cm long original production-made Philosopher's Stone used in the first film, sold for 14,300. And again, those two prices, man, just blow my mind. A hand-painted Elder Wand from 2010's The Deathly Hallows Part 1 took 5,460 against a guide price of between 1,500 and 3,000. So again, I mean, it just goes to show you the popularity at the moment of the Harry Potter franchise. The fact that some of these items are making well over their estimated price. The Golden Snitch, not the Golden Snitch, sorry. The Philosopher's Stone was estimated to bring in around 7,000. That sold for 14,000, doubled its estimate. Then it says here, the hand-painted Elder Wand, it took 5,400 against an estimated 1,500 to 3,000. So these items are making well over the estimated price range of what they should be selling for. So again, the popularity of Harry Potter is shown exactly in this auction here, because they're just selling way over how much they should be, which is fantastic. I mean, the more popular the show gets, the better. So, the wand was in the possession of the Hogwarts headmaster, Albus Dumbledore, until his death, which led it to being used by Lord Voldemort and Harry Potter himself in the last two films in the series. Okay, a wand of the type used by Ralph Fiennes' character Lord Voldemort in the 2005 Goblet of Fire, featuring the hook handle to the base of the wand, went for 4,420 against a maximum estimate of 3,000. Again, well over its estimated price. This is just insane. While a wand of the type waved by Harry Potter during the 2004's The Prisoner of Azkaban sold for the same. So another wand used by Potter in The Prisoner of Azkaban, a hand-painted piece with a knotted wood effect handle, went for 4,160 after being pitched between 1,500 and 3,000. So it seems like a lot of these wands are selling for around about the 4,000 mark here. But again, the estimated price, 1,500 to 3,000, and then selling for over 4,000. That's a good day at the auction house once again. So a version of the wand used by Sirius Black, played by Gary Oldman, in 2007's Order of the Phoenix, complete with carved symbols, had hopes of between 1,000 and 2,000, but made 2,600. So that still made over the amount of the estimated price range. So £600 over. Again, anything over the estimated price range, and you're absolutely winning. From the Deathly Hallows Part 1, a one made for Jason Isaacs in his role as Lucius Malfoy, sold for 2,210. A Quidditch World Cup program from 2005's Goblet of Fire, sold for 1,690. That would be so cool. A Quidditch World Cup program, which is essentially like a flyer, which tells you, it would tell you like the games that are on, the people that are in the positions. Like if you go to a football game and it tells you, this person's a defender, this person's an attacker. It's like a program of everything that's going on with the event. That would be really cool to own that. Took 1,690, and a two-way mirror shard prop from 2011's The Deathly Hallows Part 2, sold for 2,600 against an estimated 1,000 to 2,000. A mirror shard prop. Okay, people are going to pay money for a mirror shard prop. Literally anything that's linked to Harry Potter, man, is going to sell for ridiculous amounts. So, beyond the Harry Potter films, other highlights of the Eubanks auctioneers sale included a Captain America helmet and shield, which sold for 8,320 and 7,150. Captain America shield and helmet, man. That would be so cool. If it was worn by Chris Evans in the Avengers movies or the Captain America films, that would be super cool to own that. And an Atlantean sword prop from 1984's Conan the Destroyer, wielded by Arnold Schwarzenegger, which sold for 11,000. Some guy's going to be holding Conan the Barbarian's sword while wearing the shield from Captain America and the helmet. Some guy's going to be wearing all these props. Man, if you put all this stuff into a man cave, it would look so cool. Just kind of like mount all these really famous movie props on the wall. If I was rich, I would so do that. I'd build out a man cave and I would get all of the coolest movie props from my favorite movies and I would mount them like all over the wall. Like Captain America over here, Conan the Barbarian sword over here. I'd have a bunch of Harry Potter wands and kind of props. The Philosopher... Imagine if you had the on-screen used Philosopher's Stone and the Golden Snitch just kind of together in a showcase, just both of them together. The actual on-screen Philosopher's Stone and Golden Snitch in a case kind of together in a showcase. Man, that would look insane. What a conversation piece that would be. But anyway, guys, so there we go. That's some of the auction that took place recently. And again, the guy, his collection sold for nearly $250,000, 238,000 this guy earned. And man, just crazy. And again, a testament to how popular Harry Potter is. The fact that these items are selling over their estimated prices. But there we go, guys. So what do you think about these crazy sale prices? Would you ever spend thousands of pounds on a Harry Potter prop? Or a movie prop in general? Do you know, if you had the money, would you be buying this kind of stuff? I would love to know what you guys think about this. I cannot wait to hear your feedback. So leave your comments, your thoughts, your opinions, and all that good stuff down below in the comment section as always. Thanks so much for being here as always and continuing to support the content here, guys. I do appreciate that, and I will see you guys. It looks like we have a bit of an update with some news of some event that is coming to London that I've just seen online. This is pretty exciting. So let me bring this up quickly. Let me see if I can grab this. So there's an event taking place, a HBO Max event, and it does involve Harry Potter, and it's coming to London in the next couple of weeks. Let me just find it quickly. So here it is. Okay, let me bring this up. Here we go. So take a look at this, guys. This is pretty exciting. I'm definitely going to have to get tickets for this. So, if I can just bring this up in the middle here. A HBO Max experience is coming to London the 25th and 26th of March, showcasing wall-to-wall content coming to the exciting new platform. The magical world of Harry Potter will be part of the experience at the venue, Piccadilly Lights, 48 Regent Street, Piccadilly Circus. So, they're going to have, Harry Potter being at this new HBO Max experience in London. And I've just taken a look at the tickets, and for some reason it's saying the general admission is free. But it's almost sold out. So as soon as I finish this stream, I'm going to be registering for a ticket to go to this event. Man, I can't wait to see it because they've got loads of different things going on here. They've got, if you go onto the actual website here, so if we go to tickets, we go to the event. It says, explore recreations of the world's most beloved TV sets, claim the Iron Throne in Game of Thrones, try your hand as a sports presenter, experience Superman's Fortress of Solitude, discover original films in TV costumes and props, relax in Max HBO Max Suite. So they're going to have a whole bunch of stuff going on here to do with HBO Max, but Harry Potter being there, I don't know how big the Harry Potter section of the experience is going to be. But I mean, how exciting. I'm going to have to dive into this, get myself a ticket, get down to London, and then go there and make a vlog for you guys and kind of see what it's all about.
Because the fact that you can go to Superman's Fortress of Solitude, I mean, that's cool. I'm a huge DC fan as well. But what do you guys think of this event? Is this something you guys would go to? If you are thinking of going to it, I would go onto Google and find tickets ASAP, because it looks like it's selling out. It's only 2 days. And if I go onto the tickets and check availability here, so the 25th is completely sold out. The 26th, there's only a few tickets left at 10:30, 11:45, 1:30 p.m. and that's it. And every other slot is sold out. So if you are interested in, if I can point in the right direction, if you're interested in this event here, HBO Max experience with Harry Potter in London, make sure you get your ticket ASAP, because it looks like it's selling out. I just wanted to bring that to your attention, guys. Yeah, because it looks like it could be something pretty cool. And apparently, from what I can see here, the ticket price, it costs $0. It doesn't cost anything. If I go onto the tickets, let me bring up this quickly. So if I bring this up, this is what it's showing. So the HBO Max experience, if I went on to get myself a ticket, general admission, £0, delivery, £0, the total, £0. So apparently it doesn't cost anything. I mean, what's better than a free event? And you never know. You never know. They may have some exclusive insider kind of props or something from the series. Maybe there could be something there that's not open to the general public. So maybe, you know, in this event, they could have something exclusive, an exclusive look, like maybe an exclusive look at Hogwarts or something, or the upcoming series. Who knows? They could do something like that. Imagine if they had the cast there. Imagine if they had the trio there. How cool would that be? But they don't actually tell anyone. And then when you get there, they bring out the trio or something like that from Harry Potter. They do that kind of thing at these type of events sometimes. And it is in London. So it leads me to believe that it could be something pretty special. But by the time I finish this stream, it'll probably be sold out anyway. But if I do end up going and getting myself a ticket, I'll let you guys know. And like I say, I'll definitely be making a vlog. And it will definitely be ending up on the channel towards the end of the month. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what it turns out to be. So let me know what you think about that, guys. Is that something you would potentially attend? And, you know, let me know what you think. Okay, so with that down, what we're going to do next, we're going to move on to our third and final topic, and we're going to be talking about the Hasbro licensing deal. So Hasbro have exclusive toy licensing deal going forward for like the next 3 or 4 years. They're going to be making all the Harry Potter toys and licenses, Harry Potter toys, board games, dolls, things like that. There will be other companies still selling Harry Potter stuff, but primarily Hasbro is going to be making most of the mainline Harry Potter toys. And basically the CEO of Hasbro, the toy company, has come out and talked about J.K. Rowling and her effect on kind of her effect and her kind of rhetoric and controversy and how it's kind of limiting people's excitement for the franchise going forward. So, you know, we'll get into that. It's a bit dodgy territory. Normally I shy away from these type of subjects, but again, every now and again, I feel like we do need to dive in and talk about J.K. Rowling and kind of, you know, how that kind of affects the franchise and stuff. And sometimes it's an important conversation to have. So let's dive into that video and let's get to it. And let's see what they're saying about J.K. Rowling here. To the kind of political angle of what's going on with Harry Potter. And I do want to say before we start off here, I'm not going to be giving my opinions here. It's not for me to say what's right and what's wrong. So we're just going to get into this. We're going to talk about it because there's certain things within the Harry Potter and the Wizarding World fandom that we just can't ignore. And when it comes to J.K. Rowling and the controversy that surrounds her and how it affects our fandom, how it affects how we watch, you know, the upcoming show, and how it affects the toy sales and the Hasbro deal that's going forward and all that kind of stuff. We do need to talk about it, but like I say, I'm not going to dive into my own personal thoughts. That's not for me to do. That's up to you guys to come to your own conclusions. So, this comes to us from the Sci-Fi and Fantasy Gazette. Hasbro CEO weighs in on J.K. Rowling. Controversy amid the new Harry Potter toy partnership. Yeah, so for those of you who may not know, I did talk about this on the channel. I think it came out about a month ago now. That Hasbro, you know, the massive toy company, they've worked on a deal to release a whole bunch of new merchandising for the new upcoming Harry Potter show. So there's going to be like board games, tabletop games, you know, top trump cards, all that kind of stuff. All the stuff that Hasbro do, you know, the toys and stuff they sell, they're going to be working on a bunch of new stuff when it comes to the upcoming Harry Potter series. So, let's go down here. So, Hasbro CEO Chris Cox is addressing the controversy surrounding J.K. Rowling as the toy giant moves forward with a new partnership centered on the Harry Potter franchise. So, during a recent appearance on the Dakota podcast, Cox was asked about the criticism tied to Rowling's political views.
particularly her stance on the trans community, and whether the backlash could affect Hasbro's plans to develop toys and games based on the beloved Wizarding World. I mean, okay, so here we go. How do I talk about this without being too controversial and political? So this is where it comes in to be difficult as a content creator. But again, I think these things kind of do need to be addressed in some part, because it's that part of the franchise that's kind of just there. And it's kind of sticking out like a sore thumb. And I feel from time to time, we do have to dive into this. We do have to address it to some point. So obviously, when it comes to J.K. Rowling's views, she has a lot of controversial views to a lot of people. I completely get that. She has turned off a lot of people to the franchise, which sucks to hear, because I'm a big fan of the franchise, so are you guys. And the last thing we want is for anybody to be turned away or turned off, you know, from the franchise. We obviously we don't want that. We want it to grow bigger, better, more popular. The more sales that the franchise makes in merchandise and theme parks tickets, the bigger Harry Potter is going to have as an IP. It's going to be bigger as an IP around the world. But yeah, obviously they've noticed here, obviously because of J.K. Rowling's views, and you know, part of Hasbro is probably going to be worried about that. They have to sell toys over the next few years with this new partnership, and trying to sell toys while the creator is kind of turning people off to the fan base. Whether you agree with her views or not, I'm not really discussing that at this current moment, but she is turning, you know, she is turning part of the fan base off. And as a CEO of Hasbro trying to sell toys to kind of a fan base that's being kind of triggered by the creator, I can kind of understand how that's a difficult situation. So podcast host Nili, however you say that, Nili Patel, brought up Rowling's loud politics, which are turning off a lot of younger consumers, specifically noting her transphobia is turning off a lot of young consumers. And again, whether you agree or disagree with her views, that's your own, guys. That's completely up to you. So how do you make this decision when the creator of the property is actively reducing the fandom and hurting a lot of people in that fandom? Patel asked. So Cox responded by emphasizing the importance of separating the work from its creator. Yeah, so like it just said there, separating the work from the worker or the work from the artist. I mean, sometimes that's a difficult thing. Some people are able to do it, but some people aren't. I think for myself, it depends on what the artist or the creator of that content. It depends. Everyone has their own kind of inner moral compass about what they think is right and wrong in the world. I'm not going to try and lecture you guys. I'm not here to do that, but I'm just saying everyone's got a moral compass inside about what they feel is right and wrong in the world. And everyone has that kind of red line as to what they find acceptable and not acceptable. And I guess you just have to find your inner moral compass and say to yourself, you know, I'm enjoying this piece of music, I'm enjoying this piece of art, but the creator, I don't agree with their views, I don't like what they're saying or what they've done, if they've been arrested or done something that's controversial. I mean, okay, they've done something controversial and we can separate the art from the artist, but there becomes that red line. So this artist has done this or done that, I cannot accept that, therefore I don't want to listen to their music, I don't want to watch their movie, whatever it may be. Everyone has to come to their own kind of moral their moral compass and just say, you know, if this artist has done X, Y, and Z, I cannot accept that, I don't want to see their content. I mean, everyone has that different line about what they can accept and what they can't accept, and whether they can separate the art from the artist, and everybody's going to have a different set of criteria and a different boundary when it comes to the art and the artist, and everyone's going to be different. There's no wrong or right answer on that. So, I mean, that's up to every individual person to come to their own conclusions on separating art from artists when there's controversy that surrounds an artist. So, quote, for me, it's separating the art from the artist and going to what the core fans want. I'm not going to get into the politics around it, other than to say we strongly support diversity and inclusion inside Hasbro. We are proud of it and proud of the diversity of the viewpoints and backgrounds we have in our employee base. Harry Potter is a wonderful franchise. It's done a great job of bringing joy to the world. So the comments follow Hasbro's recent announcement of a multi-year licensing partnership with Warner Bros. Discovery Global Consumer Products. Man, that is an absolute mouthful. Warner Bros. Discovery Global Consumer Products. Under which Hasbro becomes the global primary toy licensee for the Harry Potter franchise starting in 2027. Can you even imagine how much money they're about to make? They've become the global primary toy licensee for the Harry Potter franchise starting in 2027. So there will be some other companies that will be selling Harry Potter merchandise, but the main global licensee for toy products when it comes to Harry Potter is going to be Hasbro. They're about to make serious bank. With this new series coming out, Harry Potter toys are going to be on every kid's Christmas list, every kid's birthday present list, and Harry Potter toys are about to come hotter than they've ever been. And again, Hasbro is about to make serious bank. They're going to be rolling around in swimming pools full of cash once this deal, becomes available. So the deal covers products inspired by the original films, the Fantastic Beasts series, and HBO's forthcoming Harry Potter television series. Hasbro plans to roll out a range of items, including dolls, roleplay accessories, action figures, collectibles, interactive plush toys, board games, and more. So again, every single kid's Christmas list is going to be filled up with this stuff, and they're going to make some serious money. So we do have the podcast clip there, but we've kind of already gone over the quotes of the guy who's over at Hasbro, so we won't bother going into the clip. Also, I do want to avoid a bit of copyright as well. Bearing in mind, I do have that copyright strike on my channel after the whole, the whole Diagon Alley kind of debacle, so I have to be careful with copyright here, guys. So I'm going to avoid that clip, but we've gone into what the guy had to say for himself, about separating the art from the artist, so we kind of already know what he said. So, it should be noted that while there is some evidence of backlash among fans and younger consumers, there is little clear evidence that it has significantly hurt the overall franchise commercially. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, people say, oh, J.K. Rowling's turning people off, turning people away from the franchise, but when it comes to the commercial sales worldwide of the merchandise, it's not really having a major effect. It's really not. So, surveys have indicated that some fans have stopped buying official Harry Potter merchandise because of Rowling's comments, but hard sales data have shown little impact. The most recent example is Hogwarts Legacy game. Despite the calls for a boycott when it launched in 2023, the game went on to sell tens of millions of copies. And we have talked about that on the channel recently. It sold over 40 million copies worldwide, which is insane. Up there with the highest ranking sales of any game in the world. And I mean, I remember when that game came out, and I remember going on to, I believe, was it still called Twitter then? Or was it called X? I can't remember if it was still Twitter. I'll just say Twitter for the sake of the video. Back then, when the game was first coming out, and it was on Twitter, and there was the first gameplay clips, and the first kind of advertisement for Hogwarts Legacy. It was all over social media, and people were calling for boycotts. There were a loud minority of people saying, don't buy this game, boycott it, don't buy it, all this kind of stuff. And then the game came out, and it did absolutely amazingly well in terms of its sales. It exceeded expectations. It's now gone on to sell 40+ million copies worldwide. So I mean, the boycott had little effect. The people trying to campaign against it had no effect whatsoever. If anything, it encouraged, people on the right of the political spectrum. It encouraged more people to buy it. I remember reading comments where there was like posters saying boycott Hogwarts Legacy, and then people were leaving comments saying just because of this post, it encouraged me to actually buy the game. So the boycott on Hogwarts Legacy was actually encouraging people on the right of the political spectrum to actually buy more copies, which is kind of insane. But yeah, so it did increasingly well for itself. Obviously, we're getting Hogwarts Legacy 2 soon as well, which is fantastic. So while the debate over Rowling's stance on the trans community generates significant discussion online, there's little evidence that it has substantially affected real-world sales. So again, there we go. So there's little to no evidence that, her opinions or views, whether you agree or disagree with them, have any effect on global sales when it comes to Harry Potter merchandise, which is great because, again, as fans, we want the franchise to be healthy when it comes to the series, when it comes to the movies, when it comes to merchandise. The more healthier the franchise is, the more it's going to give us in the future. New editions of the books. It's going to give us new theme parks, which we're getting. We're getting a new Harry Potter hotel in Germany. So the more healthier the franchise is, the more as fans we're going to get back out of the franchise because the sales are going to be good. Then that encourages Warner Brothers and Paramount in the near future to invest more money into the franchise, which gives us more in return. So it's always good to hear that the franchise is very, very healthy. But there we go, guys. So, the CEO of Hasbro has weighed in on J.K. Rowling's controversy and, kind of her controversial views, but it has little impact when it comes to sales. At least that's what the data shows. Yeah, it's an interesting time with Hasbro being the exclusive toy licensee for Harry Potter going into the future, and they're about to make some serious. Here we go, guys. I mean,
every now and again, the whole J.K. Rowling conversation comes up, you know, in different ways throughout the franchise. And I feel like sometimes we kind of have to address it and talk about it on the channel. Sometimes, again, like I said in that video, being a content creator, talking about the whole J.K. Rowling thing can be a bit tricky because it doesn't matter like what you say about it. You're gonna pee off some people. So it's kind of like you have to kind of skirt around the edges, but talk about it. You have to kind of report on it in a non-biased way. And it's a little bit tricky, but I feel like it's still an important conversation to have, as she is the creator of the entire franchise. So I feel like it's only fair that we talk about it from time to time. It's not something I'm going to dive into too much, but every now and again when an interesting story comes up, I feel like it's something we can dive into. And guys, it's actually official now. Let me just bring this up. If I can find it quickly. So, actually, I won't bother bringing it up just in case. I just got my ticket to the HBO Max event that I was showing you guys that's taking place in London. So I'm officially going to the HBO Max experience in London on March the 26th. I'll be doing a vlog. It's going to be interesting to see what's there. It says that there's going to be Harry Potter there, but it doesn't say whether it's going to be the series. It doesn't say whether it's going to be from the movies. It doesn't say whether it's exclusive content. Like, I honestly don't know what it's going to involve, but I will make a vlog for you guys if I'm allowed to film inside the experience. It's going to be very, very interesting, taking place in Piccadilly in London. Again, March the 26th, so about 13 days from now, just a little under 2 weeks, but it's going to be an interesting trip, and I'm excited to get there, film it, and to show you guys here on the channel. Again, if I'm allowed to film on the inside. They may have a rule that says no cameras, but from what it says on the event here, it doesn't say anything about experience is free of charge. It doesn't say anything about not being able to film there. So, yeah, it sounds pretty good. Let me just check this out 1 second. It's got Batman, Willy Wonka, Beetlejuice, The Conjuring. It doesn't actually say... Oh, yeah, it says her... stepping into an unforgettable friend scene and appearing in the magical world of Harry Potter. It says the magical world of Harry Potter, but it doesn't say exactly what from Harry Potter it's got there. But I'm excited. Gonna jump on the coach on the 26th, head down to Piccadilly and do a bit of filming in there for you guys, and it's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait to make that vlog. I'm so excited to do that now. And I had a lot of fun doing the Harry Potter studio tour. And this HBO Max thing, man, I mean, it's a limited time event. It's only taking place for 2 days. So it's going to be a really, really great job. Yeah, anyway, so, sorry, I was just reading someone's comment there, but it's kind of talking about the J.K. Rowling thing, so I'm going to kind of leave it there. I don't want to go into it too much. Thank you so much, Rumble Believer. I will have fun down at Piccadilly. I'll document it the best way I can. I'm no Steven Spielberg, but I try to do the best with my filming that I can. I've got my new camera here that I'm actually using for this stream. My Osmo Action 6. It's an amazing camera. It's got 8K resolution on it. I don't think I would ever use 8K resolution. The file size becomes far too big in 8K, and you know, it's just pointless because 4K, 8K, nobody's going to tell the difference anyway. But 8K, the file size is so large. For like a 10-minute clip, it would take you like 3 hours to upload it. So there's just no point. But I mean, it's still a cool feature to have. But I need to mess around with some of the extra features on my camera and see what kind of filmmaking techniques I can do for you guys. I'll have to come up with something. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, I mean, that's kind of a cool way to finish off our live stream, you know, with that kind of confirmation that I'm going to be going to that event for you guys and checking it out, reporting back. I'm like an insider. I'm like an espionage spy from the Wizards Rest community. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna infiltrate. I'm gonna report back to you guys. See what information I can get. I'm gonna ask some questions to the member of staff about the HBO series and see if I can get any exclusive insights as to what we could expect from the series. See if anyone gives me any information that they shouldn't be giving me. Do you know what I mean? Like, see if I can pry some information out of them. That's what I tried to do at the studio tour, but no one would tell me anything. I was asking some of the members of staff at the Harry Potter studio tour. I was like, so, the Harry Potter series is filming in the lot behind us. Is there anything, you know, do you see any of the actors? Have you seen any of the sets? And I was like asking them questions, but they wouldn't tell me anything. They've probably been told by their bosses, the people who work at the Harry Potter studio tour, they've probably been told under no circumstances, do not tell anyone anything about the series. Because if you ask them, they try to change the subject, or they kind of, you know, they kind of give you that look where they're like, yeah, I can't really tell you anything. But but it's worth trying. It's worth trying, you know. But I'm sure a lot of people are like me. A lot of people have tried to get information out of them. But, you know, I think they're pretty stoic in their response because their bosses have told them, do not say anything about the series or, you know, your ass is getting fired. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to bring us to the end of our live stream. We've been going now for about an hour. I think it's been great. We've had 3 really interesting topics. I've got my tickets to the HBO Max experience in London. And for those of you, also, I wanted to let you guys know, I'm not sure when this is going to take place. I'll finish off on this. Me and the Blabbering Collector, if you guys know the Blabbering Collector, also she does Harry Potter content on YouTube. At some point, we're going to be doing a joint live stream or a joint video together in the coming weeks. Me and the Blabbering Collector, if I can even say her name right. So for those of you who are familiar with the Blabbering Collector, I can't say that name properly. Again, she does a lot of Harry Potter content. She's very, very good with her content. Her channel is bigger than mine. But we're going to do a live stream either together or we're going to do a joint video together. And it's going to be like an interview thing where we're going to talk to each other on the camera. We're going to be asking each other questions about, you know, who's our favorite casting for the HBO series. We're going to be asking, you know, just kind of like talking to each other, having a casual conversation. What are we excited for? You know, what's your favorite character? How did you get into Harry Potter? And we'll be having a fun back-to-back. And maybe if you guys are in the chat, if we do decide to do a live stream, some of you guys can fire in questions as well. And we can have a bit of fun. Me and the Blabbering Collector, we can be on camera, we can talk to you guys, and we can kind of have a back and forth conversation. It's going to be a lot of fun. But again, we haven't pinned down a date yet, and we're still working out some of the details. So there you go, guys. Bit of an exclusive update there coming on the channel in the next couple of weeks. But we will sort out the date. We'll sort out the format and how we're going to run it and how it's going to work. And as soon as I have more details and, you know, more kind of concrete, a concrete timing as to the time, the date and all that kind of stuff, I will let you guys know as soon as possible. Obviously, the channel members, as a channel member, and this is kind of a self promotion here. As channel members, you will get access to that information before everybody else. Channel members get exclusive updates to the channel before everybody else. Because they're supporting the channel, they're financially helping. So as a channel member, whenever we get exclusive news, channel members will get access to that first. You get exclusive videos, perks like Discord chat, all that kind of good stuff, guys. So if you feel like you do want to financially support the channel, you get a lot of perks and, you know, being a channel member. So I'm just kind of a selfless plug, a shameless plug there, so to speak. If that's something you want to do, if not, absolutely no problem. I'm just happy you guys are here, joining in the chat and just being part of the community. If that's what you want to do, that's absolutely fine. No pressure whatsoever. But I'm just saying the option is there. If you feel like the content is to your liking and you want to help support it, being a channel member is a great way to do that. But guys, so with all that down, I think that brings us to the end of our stream. We'll probably do another live stream possibly on Sunday. I'm not saying for definite, but probably Sunday is going to be the next one. If we've got a lot of news to talk about, we'll definitely do another stream on Sunday. I will let you guys know in the community tab when the next stream will be. Most likely Sunday, probably 90% sure Sunday. So I will see you guys on Sunday. And do make sure you check out the videos that have been uploaded to the channel recently. Give them a like, become a subscriber if you haven't done so far. All that kind of shameless plug stuff, guys. Thank you so much for being here, for taking time out of your day to come here to join in the community. Whether you've sent in the chat or whether you've just been silently watching, I really, really do appreciate you guys being here, continuing to support the content. It just means a lot. Thank you so much for making this channel what it is. And I will see you guys most likely on Sunday for the next stream. I will see you guys then.